Boxing fans since the dawn of time have always had a fascination in comparing and debating different fighters from different eras. What if Floyd Mayweather fought Ray Leonard? What if Riddick Bowe fought Lennox Lewis? And what if Tyson fought Ali? In this new series I'm making, I'm going to do a deep dive analysis of fighters from two different eras detailing style, strengths, weaknesses, records, who they fought, etc. So join me for Fantasy Fight, Tyson versus Ali. So before we actually get into the analysis, let's go over each of their respective accomplishments. Tyson's include an amateur record of 48 wins, 6 losses and a ridiculous 38 knockouts. Two-time junior Olympic gold medal in 1981 and 1982. A professional record of 50 wins, 44 coming by way of knockout, 6 losses and 2 no contests. The youngest ever heavyweight world champion. 16th on the ring's greatest punches of all time. And ranked the 100th greatest fighter of all time by Burt Sugar. Now we move to Ali. As an amateur, he had an estimated record of 99 wins, 8 losses, but there's no way to really know for sure. 1960 light heavyweight Olympic gold medalist and a professional record of 56 wins, 37 coming by way of knockout and 5 losses. He won the most ever Ring Fighter of the Year awards coming in 1963, 66, 72, 74, 75 and 1978. The first ever 3-time heavyweight world champion, and ranked the 7th on Burt Sugar's greatest of all time list. Okay, now we got the background. Now it's time for the analysis of both fighters. The reason why this fight is so interesting is Ali was open for 2 punches, one of which was the left hook. The reason why is that Ali would have his rear shoulder too low and rarely tucked to the chin, making leaping left hooks the best way at landing big on Ali. Just watch the knockdown Joe Frazier inflicted on him. This plays big into Tyson's favour as the left hook was a speciality of his, taught by the great Customado. The second punch Ali was open for was a big right hand after they had loaded up their rear side with a slip. This happened on numerous occasions, but the best examples come from the Ernie Shavers fight. Ernie Shavers would take a short slip to his rear side, load the right hand up and shoot a straight right onto Ali's chin. This again works tremendously in Tyson's favour. Tyson had devastating right hand power, and his constant slipping and changing of weight distribution, loading up big right hands, is devastation waiting to happen. However, Ali had one of the greatest chins in boxing history. He fought a whole fight with a broken jaw against Ken Norton. He took huge body shots against George Foreman and flush shots from Frazier. Don't forget the incredible punches he suffered against Ernie Shavers, quite possibly the hardest right hand puncher in boxing history. Ali was quoted as saying, "Ernie hit me so hard it shook my kinfolk in Africa." Tyson had great power, but I don't think it was something Ali hadn't seen before. So after all the positives for Tyson, what were his weaknesses? Tyson heavily relied upon his fear factor, intimidating his opponents before he stepped in the ring. This I heavily believe is a weakness if these two ever fought. Why? Because Tyson wouldn't be able to intimidate Ali. If Sonny Liston, George Foreman, Shavers and Frazier couldn't scare him, I doubt Tyson could. Secondly, Tyson also fought off confidence. If his confidence was shaken up, he did not fight the same. Look at the first Holyfield fight, for example. Tyson rushes out of the gates throwing bombs. When he realizes he can't hurt Holyfield, his confidence diminishes, instead gets outworked, outboxed, and outpunched by the real deal Holyfield. I think this would be the case with Ali. Realizing that he can't stop the unyielding Ali, he would sit back more often, causing Ali to throw more punches and get more into his rhythm as the fight wore on. The last major negative Tyson suffers from is that Ali has already fought a Tyson-like fighter before, Floyd Patterson. Even though I believe wholeheartedly that Tyson is on a different planet skill and power-wise than Patterson, they did fight extremely similar due to them both being proteges of Customado. So looking into both fights Ali and Patterson engaged in, we can really see that Patterson did land the aforementioned left hooks and right hands on Ali. But let's be honest, Ali was on a different level than Patterson, winning comfortably in both fights. So let's get to the conclusion of this fantasy fight, Ali-Tyson. The fight starts like this. Ali comes out on his toes, popping out the jab. Tyson moves towards Ali, attempting to slip or weave underneath the jabs. Ali throws a couple lazy left hands, culminating in Tyson lunging in with a huge left hook right hand combo, stunning Ali. Ali survives the rest of the round. Round 2 and 3 go by, exactly the same. Tyson patient, trying to throw big hooks and right hands, but none failing to land like the ones he did in round 1. Round 5, Tyson's pace begins to slow down and Ali begins taking control over the fight. Constant jabs and the occasional right hand land with authority. 6 and 7 continue, but Tyson gets his fair share of the action as well, landing some big right hands. Later in the fight, Tyson starts getting lazier and gets caught with a huge uppercut right hand combo. Tyson gets up and shakes it off. Mentally, however, Tyson is finished and sees out the final rounds with Ali dancing around him, shooting out a plethora of jabs. Ali wins by unanimous decision. So yeah, hopefully you guys like my analysis of the fight and the fighters and see what I see when I watch Ali and Tyson fight, and the storytelling part where what I think would happen if they ever fought. I don't ever see Tyson beating Ali. I just think Ali has too much heart. He has too much in the gas tank. Tyson was so overly reliant on confidence that I don't think he could out-confidence the confidence king Ali. So yeah, hopefully you liked the video. This one came out really quick. I was expecting this to be done in like 2 more days, but it took me like 4 hours to do, so I'm really surprised by that. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed it, and see you next time. Bye.